on repeating the content that we'll be having a look at,
Mm.
uh, get to memorize more of the content in each lesson.
Okay.
Okay. So today is something that it's very simple.
Mm.
Have you studied numbers?
Numbers.
Yeah, on your own
Yes. Yes.
Duolingo.
I
How
started
far?
to, but 1 to 10, I think.
1 to 10. Okay, so today we're
Uh.
going to have a look at some numbers, which
Okay.
are going to be, yeah, I mean, numbers is something that we all need eventually.
Mm.
So let's get started then. This is on, let me just see what, um, I found it on Tiny Cards. I had it ready here. It was in the pin numbers in Spanish, this one.
Yeah. It depends on you. It depends on you. You can also like introduce some important verbs in Spanish that at your own mind.
You know,
Yeah.
the thing about starting from scratch is that the program is already created. Like Duolingo program, that's as good as it can get. Like
Yeah.
I was thinking about creating it myself, but I just think it's better to give my feedback about the things that I don't
Yeah.
agree
Yeah.
with
It,
Duolingo.
it's it's simple. It's simple. You can just like okay, today we learn a new word, the Leo, and give me some basic explanation or sentences and
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but let's work on numbers today. Okay, so let's
Okay.
see if
Okay.
you remember the ones that you have studied already.
Okay.
And how do you say zero?
Saddle.
Cero.
Yes.
Yeah, once again, cero.
Saddle.
Good. So this is a spelling, cero. Okay.
Yeah.
One. How do you say one?
Uno.
Good. Uno. Two.
Dos.
Dos. This one, tres.
Tres.
Good, good. Four. How do you say four?
Cuatro.
So remember to pronounce that your T is way stronger than you do in English. Okay, so cuatro.
Okay. Cuatro.
Okay, once more, cuatro.
Cuatro.
Yeah, perfect. Five.
Cinco.
Good. Cinco. That's a spelling. Six.
Seis.
Seis.
Siete. Seis. Seis.
Once again, seis.
Seis. Seis.
Okay. Seven.
Siete.
So remember your T a bit stronger. Siete.
Siete.
Yeah. How about eight?
Nueve.
Eight is ocho.
Ocho. Ocho. Nueve is nine.
Exactly, yes. Nine, nueve. Once again,
Nueve. Nueve.
good. 10.
Uh, oh, I forgotten.
Okay, 10 is diez.
Diez.
Yes, and 11.
No idea.
Okay, 11 is once.
Once.
Yeah, 12 is doce.
Doce.
13, trece.
Trece.
Yes, and 14 is
Cuatro.
catorce.
Catorce.
Yeah, catorce. Um,
Catorce.
15 is quince.
Quince.
Yep, and 16 is dieciséis.
Dieciséis.
Again, dieciséis.
Dieciséis.
Am I moving too fast? Because this one you don't know, so you probably want to write them down, don't you?
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah? Okay. So 17 is diecisiete.
Diecisiete.
Good. How about 18, which is dieciocho?
Dieciocho. Okay.
Once again, dieciocho.
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 Good. Eh, 19, diecinueve.
Diecinueve.
Again, diecinueve.
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 Good. Um, 20 is veinte.
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 Yeah, so remember that one of the most important things when reading or pronouncing, speaking in English, in Spanish, I mean, it's to pronounce each one of the vowels that a word's got, okay?
Okay.
So 21 is veintiuno.
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 Yes. 22 is veintidós.
Veintidos.
Yes. 23 is veintitrés.
Veintitrés.
Veinti.
Veinti.
Veintitrés.
Veintitrés.
Good. 24 is veinticuatro.
Veinticuatro.
Yes. And 25 is veinticinco.
Veinticinco.
Again.
Veinticinco.
Yes. And 26 is veintiséis.
26.
Yes. So I'm showing you, I know it's like a lot of different words, but it's
Mm.
numbers. So
Yeah, yeah,
the idea
yeah.
is that I highly recommend this application is going to get shut down
Mm.
in about a month. So I highly
Okay.
recommend, so we're doing 26. I'm going to share with you the link of this and to pin it, but it's a shame that they're going to
Bilingual cat.
yeah. So at the very least, while the application is shut down, I highly recommend that you have a look at this deck
Okay.
because it'll it'll teach you
Mm.
at least the basic numbers that you need to learn. Okay,
Okay.
because yeah, it's very likely that you will need them. So
Mm.
let's continue here. So we were in 26. So again, 26,
Mm. 26.
27.
27.
7.
7.
Yeah, so remember to pronounce the two vowels, C, E, T.
7.
Exactly. And remember that I is pronounced like a double E in English. E, E, E.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. So 28 is veintiocho.
28.
And 29 is veintinueve.
29.
And 30 is treinta.
30.
Treinta.
30.
Yeah, so that's the pattern. That's the one that you need to check, just as in English. So
Mm.
you will see that that's a pattern. So 31, you see, is the same word. And then you would
Mm.
say E and the number from 1 to 9 in that case.
Mm.
So let's do
Yeah.
31, which is 31.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. 31.
Yes, and let's do 42. 42.
42.
So what the guy who created this deck is showing you is that just as in English, there is a pattern to say
Mm.
the numbers from
Mm.
1 to 100. So you
Mm.
see the pattern from just as in English from 1 to 19, they're
Mm.
unique. Like there is not actually a pattern to follow, but
Mm.
from 20 to 99, there is a pattern that you
Mm.
can follow. So the pattern for
Yeah.
20 is veinte. Then you've got
20.
the pattern is veinti. It's
Yeah.
slightly different. It changes from
Mm.
20 to same from 21 to 29, but
Mm.
the pattern is veinti, and then you just need to add the number
1, 2,
veintiuno.
3. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Veinti, that's the 20 pattern, and then the number from 1 to 9, right?
Mm.
The same goes for so 30. 30, the pattern is treinta. That's the way to
30.
say. Yes,
Okay.
and the only thing that changes is that you would add y
Mm.
and the number from 1 to 9.
Okay.
So 31 would be 31. So how would you say 32?
32.
How would you say 33?
33.
And 34?
34.
And 35?
35.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Now, the same goes for 40. The partner 40 is 40 itself.
40.
That's 40. But if you want to say 41, 42, 43, 44, the same rule would apply. You should apply. So
Okay.
40 is 40, and you would add y, which is and we kind of say like 40 and 2, 40 and
Oh,
3,
yeah.
40 and 5. So that's why the y. So 42 would be 42. So repeat after me, 42.
42.
How would you say 46?
47.
6,
6.
46. Yes.
46.
And 47 is 47.
Okay.
How do you say 48?
48.
40. Okay.
40.
Remember that your T should be pronounced as strong as you can. 40.
Okay. 40.
Yes. How do you say 49?
49.
Good. So, the pattern for 50 is 50. Well, the word 50 is 50, and you would apply, and you should apply the same rule. So
Okay.
let's do, how would you say 51?
51.
Once again, 50
51.
y uno. Good. How do you say 52?
52.
54?
54.
50
50.
y cuatro. Good. How would you say 55?
55.
Good. Now, 60 pattern, so is 60. So you need to be very careful with this too. So 60 is 60, but 70 is 70. Do you see the difference?
Oh, it's very confusing.
Okay.
60. 70.
Yeah, so double
S
S,
and the T. Yeah.
exactly. Double S is 60, and double T,
Okay.
70.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, remember that you can download these files of the recordings. You've got 30 days to download them on your PC or any device that you want and upload them to a cloud if you want to keep them safe.
Okay.
Um, so let's do some numbers with 60. So the same pattern, you would use the same rule, if you will. So how would you say 60, 66?
67.
66.
Oh, 66. Oh, I'm always like
Yeah, it
say
happens. Don't
7
don't
for
worry.
6.
It happens. Like that's one of the things. Like it's just the fact that it's just accepting that
Yeah,
a foreign language will always be a foreign language. That's
because the siete sounds very
yeah.
close to the 6.
Yeah, I
So
understand. Yeah,
yeah.
like even for native speakers, sometimes it's like we need to phrase it very good, like very slow whenever we kind of saying these two. Actually, when I'm saying 60 or 70, I
Yeah.
don't like using, I say 7, 6 because they're very similar to one another. Like you can confuse them, and even us, like we confuse them very easily. So we say like 60 or 70 on a phone call. That can be really confusing sometimes. So I prefer to
Okay.
say instead 60 or 70, I would say 70 or 60.
Okay.
So okay, let's do, so I want you to remember that you must or well, you should pronounce your T's as strong as you can,
Okay.
so you don't get misunderstood eventually, because that will make a difference in your speech.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's do it again. 64.
64.
How do you say 66?
Uh, 67.
Y seis.
Is
Okay.
this
Okay, don't
six
worry, don't
six
worry. Don't.
is six, right? It's
Yes. So
six.
remember, six is seis, and siete is seven.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
you need to be careful with those two.
Mm.
Um, let's do this one. So 70. So I'm going to keep these two in the same screen. So you're having a look at my screen, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
can.
So
Mm.
remember, the letter in between, the third letter with
Mm.
S is 60 and with T is 70.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's do 75 pronunciation.
75.
What's that?
75.
75. Yeah, great. The how would you say 76?
76. Seis.
76.
76.
6.
Seis.
Yeah, and how do you say 7?
77.
Good, good, good. Okay. So let's do this one. 86. So pronunciation. 80
80.
y 6.
It says
Good. So what how would you say 87?
87.
Good. Good, good, good. Okay, let's do this one. So the pattern of 80 is 80 and the same and the number from 1 to 9.
Okay.
And and 97. So 97 is 90 pronunciation
90
y 7.
y 7.
7.
7.
Okay, how do you say 96?
97.
No,
Ah, 97.
96.
Oh, 96. 96.
Says once again, 96.
96.
Remember to pronounce your T's as strong as you can. So again,
Noventa
is 6.
y 6.
Good. Now 100 is 100.
100.
100. So I'm going to leave it
100.
at that, but you will definitely want to watch this lesson about 10 times to be able to memorize these numbers. And if you've got any
Okay.
question whenever you studying it, well,
Mm.
you already know that you can ask me. So let's have a look
Mm.
at the lesson on Duolingo. So as I told you, we
Mm.
can just what we can do is that we can focus more on repeating the lessons that we have a look at, like not covering so much new content, but as
Yeah.
you said, as a matter of fact, the program is designed like that. The thing is that I usually like showing new content,
Yeah.
although because I mean, like you get to
Yeah.
practice on your own, but we can still practice the
Mm.
pronunciation and repeating a lot, so you can memorize more of the content instead of having a lot of content that you don't actually memorize.
Okay.
So I want to remember Castle 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so did you pass routines yet?
Yes. No,
Yes,
I
okay.
do. I do lots of course at the same time.
You what?
It's like I started many of them, but I didn't finish any of them yet.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. So let's have a
Okay.
look at this one. Like this is going to be a review, sort of a review. But the good thing is that in each lesson, in each at each level,
Mm.
they show us new words. So as I
Okay.
told you, the program is already designed that way.
Mm.
But I usually like showing as much new content as possible. and
Oh,
explaining all the things, like all the opinions that I've got about the program, about the way the
yeah,
program was designed.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think
I
that's more
understand.
practical.
Yeah, I
So
understand. But in that way, I don't know what should I memorize of every week.
I think like
Yeah.
right now you should focus on passing all the program, all Duolingo program,
Okay.
because that's like your friend. Yeah, she's amazing. I
Mm,
mean, but she's quite disciplined. She was telling me that she was studying like she's been
yeah.
studying like 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours every day for a year,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I
I
can see
know.
the progress. I mean, like it's freaking amazing. I was like, wow,
Mm,
she's really good. Like she's made so much progress, and she was doing an application, and it's Busu something, I guess.
yeah. That's
But
Chinese student.
that's
Okay.
but come on, but you're also Chinese. You can
I'm
also
not
do
typical.
it.
I'm not typical.
You're not typical. You're telling me that you're not the typical disciplined Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
not
come
typical.
on. Okay, okay, fair enough. I understand you. Like I understand you. I'm like very low maintenance. I like low maintenance for everything, for
Mm,
everything. So the only thing I like a lot is what I don't what I get pleasure from. But the rest, I'm like, okay, the least I can do, that's good.
mm. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see if you can figure out this one. So, do you eat
Okay.
bread? How would you translate
Um.
this one based on the words that we're giving down the screen?
Okay. Do do goma pan. Do goma pan.
So repeat up to me to come span.
Do gome span.
Exactly. Let's have a look at the words down the screen. Bebe. What's that?
Baby.
Yeah, what's it?
Drinks.
It can be he drinks or she drinks or it drinks, as in speaking about a pet.
He drink. He
You what?
drinks. He drinks.
He drinks, she drinks, or it drinks. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, bebo. What's bebo?
Babble. I drink.
I drink. Leche.
I drink. Leche milk.
Como.
I eat.
Yeah, that's okay. I eat, but it can also be how. The WH question, how.
¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And it can also be like, as in when I'm comparing something, like this. You see? When you're
Okay.
comparing something and you use the word oh, Anzi is
Mm.
not like your typical Chinese girl. You see? So in that case, you
Okay.
would translate like as como.
Mm. ¿Cómo?
You can also use the word como um, to translate the word as, like I am as tired as you. But
Okay.
the first as, when the first one, not the second one. It's
Mm.
oh well, wait, the second one, but the second one, not the first one. That would
Mm.
be estoy tan cansado como tú. Okay, so it's got
Okay.
different ones, but I want you to be aware of all the translations that are possible for this word.
Okay.
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 Uh, yo bebo, tú bebes, él bebe. Pronunciation.
Yo bebo, tú bebes, eu bebe.
Okay, so what's that?
Uh, I, I drink, you drink, he drinks.
Good, good. I drink, you drink, and he drinks. Um, so the next one, the milk. How
La
do you say
leche, la
la leche?
leche.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do the pronunciation of the words on the screen. Pan,
Pan,
bebo,
bebo,
agua,
agua,
como.
como.
So what's that in English?
Uh, which word?
And all of them, the four of them.
Bread, drink, drink water,
I
como, how.
drink,
Okay.
yeah, I drink water, how, like, or as, or
Okay.
what else was it? Well, Yo bebo agua. Pronunciation?
Yo bebo agua.
Yes. How would you translate this?
I drink water.
I drink water. Good. I drink water. But you have made progress. This is a review, and you're doing great. So,
Okay.
do you eat apples?
Uh, tú comes manzanas.
So Z is not pronounced like we do in English, but like an S.
Okay.
So let's do it again. Tu comes
Tú comes
manzanas,
manzanas.
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 Remember, Z is like an
Oh,
S.
S. Softer, right? Manzanas.
Exactly. Yeah. So, well, we already did the words on the screen. It's so repetitive.
Okay.
Tu bebes agua, pronunciation.
Tú bebes agua?
Good. So what's that?
Do you drink water?
Do you drink water? How would you say, do you like drinking water?
Uh, do you like drinking water? ¿Te gusta beber agua?
¿Te gusta beber agua? Once again.
¿Te gusta beber agua?
Good, good. Um, and the next one, the bread. How do you say
Oh,
the bread?
I have a question about the last sentence.
Yep.
As I do, TU, why we should use TE here?
Okay,
Like,
so
okay.
good. That's a good question. There are a few words that are translated in a very particular way. It's not a rule, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like 5 different words. What I want you to do is to go to tiny cards. I want you to go to tiny cards. There is a deck regarding those conjugations. I'm going to
Okay.
show you. I'm going to share with you the link of that deck
Okay.
so you can study
Okay.
with it. When you have memorized it, when you have memorized all those phrases that are on that deck, let me know so I can share the other words that also cover the same set of translations or
Okay.
the same set of conjugations. So it's only 12 decks, and this will give you
Mm.
a much better idea on how you should translate and conjugate this verb like, as in when you feel attracted to a guy.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to share with you. You need to memorize these ones. There is no rule for this. You just need to memorize them. Okay, that
Okay.
that's pretty much the like. There is not a reason. That's just the way we use it.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to send it to you. Wait. Um, Skype. Okay, there you go. And study them, and we'll have a look at the pronunciation in on Thursday. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, Sanzi, I'll talk to you on Thursday, and have a great evening.
Bye. You too.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.